Hi, Alisha here. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to share a true story with you. That is something that happened to me last week. It was involving major financial planning and how we decided to go about it. It would have involved a lot of finances for us and a lot of financial commitment. What was the end result? So let's dive in. I'm going to share all that with you. What happened was this, that we were looking for an office space for our office. Our current office is now reaching its capacity, so I thought to get a better office at a better location. Now in Islamabad we have got blue area, and then you have got new blue area which is coming up really nicely. There are new buildings coming up. Even a big mobile company, Jazz, has also opted for one of the big buildings over there. Now they've got an office over there. So I thought it would be cool to be based somewhere over there. So one day I just drove past that and I realized that I really liked the building over there. We're a very renowned developer. So I thought of just stopping the car and going inside and checking it out. So when I went to their management office in the ground floor, I asked them, do you have an availability for an office space? And they said, yes, we do. And then they took me and showed me the office. The office looked really nice. It was on the 9th floor. It had amazing views of the F9 park as well as the Magla hills behind it. It was not to be missed. And I just came back and I said, how much is that? So he gave me the rate. The rate was a little bit higher. It was around 350 square feet per square feet in rupees. And I got to know when I did some due diligence that that is the rate in all those buildings in the new blue area. So I was fine with that. And I got to know that it's going to be an extra burden on our resources and our company's budget. And I thought I would be able to manage. So I thought of taking my partners on board, and the next day I went there with my partner, and we still felt great. Even my partner also really liked the location because it's one of the top-notch locations in Islamabad. Then the third partner, who is based in US, we wanted him to have a look at it, and luckily he was coming the next week as well. So I told the management team that, guys, we really love this place, but we want to hold on to decision till a third partner has seen the location and we've discussed it internally. So they said, guess what, let's sign the MOU. And MOU is non-binding, so you just have to give us the rent for 6 months and plus 2 months security and give the checks for those. And if you guys decide against it, you have 1 week, and if you guys decide against it, then we'll just return you your checks. If you want to go ahead after 1 week, then you tell us and we'll sign the final agreement. So I was fine with that. And we were also getting almost 1 month extra time to renovate this office space, make it our own. It was all new, but it needed some work to get it the beautiful shiny office look. So that's what exactly how it happened. And then the next week I waited for my partner to arrive from US. When he arrived, I just took him straight to the office location. He was really excited by seeing the location as well. So we almost made up our mind, and we thought that we just need to figure out now from where to arrange the funds, because that was a significant amount that we had to make the payment upfront. So my partner said, let's take 2 extra days from them, let's buy some time, and then we'll get back to the management of the building. So I asked them nicely, please give us some 2 days time, and they were generous enough to give that to us. So within those days, the last day, my partner and I met. We put out an Excel sheet and we started doing some numbers. How are we going to generate funds, or from our existing budget of the companies, how are we going to ensure that we are able to pay the bills? Because almost 30% is on top of it, of the rent, which was significant. You've got to pay the bills as well, and then there are some maintenance charges as well. So all of that adding up becomes a significant amount and a significant investment. So we were doing an analysis of pros and cons of, would that really be needed? Are we going to get the benefit out of it? The way we are going to go ahead with that. So doing all that analysis, I personally was very excited because it was going to be a very good studio for my Alisha channel as well as for my podcast as well. So I thought this is a very good opportunity and it must not be missed. All my 3 partners were on board. In religious terms, we did some istikhara as well, and we didn't get any issues from that either. Now, the final discussion was, we are doing some numbers on Excel sheet, and we were quite confident that we will be able to generate, so we are able to take care of the rent as well. We had discussion for almost 2 hours, and we weighted the pros and cons heavily biased towards going for it. And almost within the last 15 minutes, when I said that let's go and let's sign the paperwork, and my partner agreed, we're about to get up, then I asked a question. I said, what if we don't go for this? And that changed everything. All of a sudden, our mind shifted and we started doing analysis from another angle. We wanted to see what happens if we don't go for it. How does that impact our business? We lose business, or we will continue doing business as we're already continuing to do that. And we realized we really didn't need that location to outshine. The way we are going with our business, it was good enough. And that is going to put extra burden on us. The way I keep on traveling all the time, we really didn't need to be bound at one place. That was the added thing that when we did that analysis, it came to know that it's going to become a liability instead of an asset. You know the difference between asset and liability, which I already shared with you in this previous video. Asset is something that puts money in your pocket, whereas liability is something which takes money out of your pocket. So in this case, if we are able to get the benefit of this office space and generate more business, then it's an asset. However, if you're always worrying about the rental that we are going to pay for this office, then it's a liability. And the more we thought about it and discussed, we realized it is going to be a liability. As a result of that discussion, so we finally came to a conclusion that we are not going to go for it. And I politely declined to that building's management and got my checks back. But the lesson all of this story is, you need to weigh, whenever you are going to make a financial decision, you must weigh, analyze pros and cons. Then ask this key question, what if we don't go for it? Usually I am the one who gets very excited easily, and I am always to go for something new. Whereas my partner, he brings in the analytical angle. This time it was me. I questioned it. I said, what if we don't get this? Always, whenever you're faced with such situations, whenever you're going to buy your new car, new shiny car, or a new shiny iPhone, always ask yourself, do the pros and cons analysis, but then at the end, what if you don't get it? How does that impact your life? How does that impact your business? And if the answer is no, it doesn't impact my life, it doesn't impact my business, then don't go for it. So that is my key message to you. I hope you get the message. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so, because we're going to bring more practical ideas on entrepreneurship and investments that are going to help you unlock your financial freedom. Thank you very much. Bye now.